Hello everyone and welcome to my ODST silenced SMG video. Now I want to make this perfectly clear starting out. This is not a full tutorial video. If you would like to find the full way to make the ODST silenced SMG, you can check out Andrew Cook's YouTube channel at The Frontline Trooper. I will be linking his channel in the description below. But I wanted to show you the finished product and say that I will throughout this video be showing you just the ways that I've differentiated from his techniques and how I put my own spin on it, some new bits and bobs that I added myself to make it look more like the in-game version. And with that being said, thank you for watching and enjoy my video. So when you have standard A4 paper, if you're not using cardstock, which I recommend because it is less floppy and it's a little more rigid, so it'll hold its form better when you're tracing it down. But if you're just using A4 paper, tack it down with some tape, and that'll prevent it from you having to constantly hold it while tracing the design onto the foam. You'll have to bridge the gaps in between, but that really shouldn't be too bad. So, yep, first tip of the build. The main body is finished up. You can see I trimmed the edges, so it's a little more cohesive all the way around. And now I'm just taking the heat gun to it to kind of smooth out the edges. And I don't know, there's still quite a few little bits on it. And hopefully the heat gun will make it a little more level. I'm outside because I did this a couple years ago with another EVA foam project. It was my first run of the Jean Arc cosplay, and I set the fire alarm off in my dorm. So yeah, taking the necessary precautions now. I am done with part one of the DFT tutorial video, and as you can see, the SMG is coming along very nicely. I've got a lot of those detail pieces in. Top is looking pretty smooth. It's a little angled, but I can probably sand that down a little bit, and yeah, it's coming along really well. As you can see, some of the seams on top, when you take a heat gun to it, those middle seams will try to creep away from you. So if they do, you can just put some hot glue on top of it and then smooth that crack with the nozzle of the hot glue gun. So it'll kind of fill in the gaps there. You can see on the handle where a lot of the cracks used to be, and now they're filled in with hot glue. So when it gets painted over, hopefully you won't be able to see those slight blemishes on it. Yeah, you can see the edges go all the way around. Those little detail pieces, a little string there. All right, and yeah, so starting part two of his video series today. Hopefully this should be done by Saturday. It's Friday today, so yeah, all of today to finish up part two, and then tomorrow for paint and maybe adding my own little flair to it. I've gotten to the part in the build where I'm starting to put the magazine on, and in Andrew Cook's videos, he just glues the whole magazine on, but I actually had an idea, so I cut this piece off, which is the mag release, and I'm going to put it there instead of gluing the entire magazine on, and then underneath the detachable part, I'm going to kind of section out that little bit and that bit here. And I'm actually going to attach some weak magnets onto there, so you can actually remove the clip from the actual gun. Now, this part will stay stationary on the gun. I'm going to super glue it down in a minute, but I just wanted to update you on a little bit of how I'm differentiating from his core build. What I've done here is got my Dremel, and it's got a little grinding bit on it. It came from this set. I don't know exactly what it's called, but what I've done is I've already got one in place on both the magazine and the gun itself, so it can just kind of stay there. But it's a little, there's only one point of contact, so it's a little wobbly. So I'm actually adding a second on the back right there. And you can see I traced out where the magnet should sit. And then I'll do the same on the back here, and hopefully with those 2 points of contact, it should stay relatively stable. I just had an idea for the second magnet. So the first little point is glued in there, but the only problem is I don't know exactly how to gauge where it's going to sit on the magazine. So what I'll do is I'll put a small dab of super glue on top of the magnet there, and then very, very small. And then when I put the magazine down, it should bond to it. And then when I lift it up, the seal should break, and wherever there's that scrappy bit of glue, that's where the center of the magnet is, and that's where I'll Dremel it out. Little tip: remember how magnets work, or else you'll get this shit happening. So that was pretty dumb. It's gonna be fun to fix. The magazine has been attached, and as you can see, it now comes off with those 2 magnets. And yeah, it's not gonna be the strongest bond. I wouldn't want it to be with using it in a film, because that would actually detract from, you really don't want to have to pull on the foam. See, that's a good resistance there. Any more and the foam's actually bending, and it gives away oh, that's just a prop. So yeah, I am very happy with how the magnets turned out. And who knows, with this, you can actually make more of these things. So you can flip one out during a scene, kind of how am I gonna hold this? Oh, hey, even like that, you could just boop. Oh, right. Putting the sights on, I realized in DFT's videos that while he does put on these back sights, there are actually also these forward sights that are pretty much copy and pasted from the back, right in front of the sight there. Well, the holographic attachment. So I went ahead and cut some pieces that are about 1/4 the size of a regular piece of foam and just glued it on there. Now the sight did overhang a little bit, so I had to curve it around, but it actually kind of makes it look a little more cohesive. Now another way that I've decided to stray away from the source design is that the barrel, I actually took this foam tip out a little further. You can see I beveled it about halfway down the width of the foam, and I just brought it up a little bit, hot glued it down, not super glued because there was still a little bit of a gap in between the foam and the cardboard, so hopefully the hot glue will fill it. And yeah, it just makes it look a little more suppressor-like. It's more like that in the game, so why not? I'm nearing the final stages of production, and as you can see, I've got the actual suppressor here. And the only problem is it's a little thin. It looks like the cardboard tube that he used in the video was actually a lot thicker than what I have. See how thin wall that is? So what I'm doing, you can actually see right there, I actually had to take off 50 sheets of paper to get at this. I could have just waited until it was out naturally, but I really wanted to finish this tonight, so I'm literally just stuffing the tube with as much paper as I can, and hopefully that'll kind of support it and prevent it from caving in on itself and, making it look not too great. So, man, I look really disheveled. I've been at this for 2 days. I need sleep, but I'm going to finish it first. Okay, so I've actually finished up the core gun. As you, here we go, can see, I think it turned out just fucking awesome. And I've added a few more things that he did not, he being Andrew Cook. I've said that 3 times on the video, though. You probably know his name by now. But that he didn't add in his video. This little foam piece above the mag release. I looked online and just mimicked the style of what they have on the website. I ran a paracord from the little fake laser sight all the way to that bit, and yeah, you know, that kind of adds a little more authenticity to it. And yep, added the trigger. It's very, very small, but you know, it actually feels surprisingly good. Like, this is a very surprisingly ergonomic design. It's like, that feels nice to hold, you know? And so I'm moving on to painting. Let's, oh, you can see the paper in there. That's kind of funny. It's day 3 of the build, and the hurricane knocked out our power and service, so I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but I got the base coat of black done on the SMG, and it's looking pretty sick. You know, because of the lighting, you probably can't see all the detail in it. Okay, getting a little closer is better, but yeah, that looks absolutely insane. Oh, I missed a little spot. Oh well. I am very happy with how this came out. If you can't tell, I just woke up. But, you know, I saw this was dried, and I just had to make a video. This looks so good. Still don't have power, but I'm working anyway. And I noticed on the gun they have these little bracket pieces that I've made just by folding a bit of cardstock. And they basically go along the wire to kind of hold it in place. So yeah, I'm just making those pieces. They're going to be painted black as well, but you know, just a little update. You know what? Power's back on. I finished my painting, and you know, I think it's done. So here we go. We got the full ODST silenced SMG with a couple parts that I did on my own. You know, this little circle bit on top, red dots, you know, this little bar, the red bar on the laser sight, the little brackets that hold in the wire itself. I added all the holes in with a Dremel. You know, I brought the lines out in front of the gun, not just on the side, and yeah, it looks really good.